Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha and today I'm creating this particular look that I have on using some of my older Urban Decay palettes. So I got this inspiration mainly from Shweta Vijay, who did a video recently using her Urban Decay Naked Heat palette. And although that palette is not too old, maybe a year or two old, just made me think of some of the older Urban Decay palettes that I have and I haven't used in years. So I thought I'll crack them open and create a tutorial. So this is the look that I've created. It's a very cool toned gray silver kind of a look, but quite wearable. So if you'd like to see how to create this look using the Urban Decay Naked 2 and the Urban Decay Smoky palette, then please continue watching. So I'll just quickly run through some of my base products in case some of you have any questions. As a primer, I've used the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer just on my T-zone. As a foundation, I've used the concoction of Estee Lauder Double Wear foundations and some adjusters that I've created for myself. As my concealer, I have the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer on my face, and under my eyes I have the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. I'm in the shade Warm Beige. So I've already primed my eyelids with my NARS eye primer. I'm still going through this mini, which is in my project pan. I've already set my eyelids, the eye primer, with a translucent powder. Then I'm going in with the shade Foxy from this palette. I'm just going to add it to the brow bone as a highlight. Then I'm going into the shade called Tease. I'm going to apply this to the socket of my eye. So this will act as a transition shade. That's also one of the cons in this palette, that you only have just one matte transition shade. That's this shade called Tease. Everything else is shimmery other than Foxy, which is that brow bone shade we used, and Blackout, which is like a black eyeshadow. Everything else is shimmery and glittery. Alright, now that we have that base, I'm also going to run the same shade along the bottom lash line using the same brush, and this is the Wayne Gauss brush number 16. Moving on to the Smoky palette, I'm first starting with the shade Password. I'm going to use that on the same brush, just focusing it on the outer V and the crease of the eye. Actually, I just remembered I just took it all over the eyelid lightly, but focusing more on the outer V of the eye, and then doing a light dusting on the rest of the eyelid. Because I don't want the silver to be too stark, so I'm using this as a base for the silver. I'm also going to take that same shade along my bottom lash line, just on the outer corner. And then going back to the Naked 2 palette, and from this I'm using the shade Suspect, just lightly dabbing the brush in it, and then running it over the eyelid, taking it from the inner corner 3/4 of the way, meeting the matte shade that we had, then going back with the blending brush we'd used, just to blend out the edges. I think I used the wrong shade. I went in with Pistol for the lid, so I'm just going to pack it on top, which is more like a silver shade. Then just blending out the edges. As an inner corner highlight, I then went in with Suspect. And then going back into the Smoky palette and using Password again on a smaller brush. This is the Louise Young LY38. I'm going to run that along the bottom lash line. And just to deepen up the outer edge a little bit, I dipped very lightly into the shade Dagger, just focusing it on the outer corner right there, just bringing it and blending it into the crease outer corner. Then going back into the Naked 2 palette with that first shade we used, Tease, then just lightly going over the edges, and then cleaning up the brow bone with the same shade Foxy we used earlier, and this is on a small Hakuhodo brush. And then I'm just running some black coal on my top and bottom waterline, and then applying my mascara combination, which I love, which is the MAC mascara, the Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara on my bottom lashes, and then the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes Volume 2 on my top eyelashes. That's the eyes complete. On my cheeks, I have a light dusting of the shade. This is by NARS and the shade is Dolce Vita. Just going to add a little bit more. And on my lips, I have this NYX lip pencil in the shade brown, just on the outside to add some definition. And then I have this MAC matte lipstick in the shade Whirl. It's a beautiful matte pinky nude on my skin tone, so I absolutely love that. And that's it. That is the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to hit that like button and also consider subscribing for more videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me.